What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode 97 of the CHUMPcast. Mark is out being a hillbilly this week, so we called in a very special guest to take his place. E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews joined us to talk Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom, terrible scientific ideas in film, and he taught us how not to swear. Be sure to follow him on social media at E-Man's Reviews, that's E-M-A-N-S Reviews, and check out his YouTube channel, E-Man's Movie Reviews, for all kinds of good content. We don't have a dumb question for you yet this week, but that doesn't mean you can't keep in touch. You can find us on all social media platforms at the CHUMPcast. You can also call or text us at 847-920-6107. If you leave us a good enough voicemail, you might hear yourself on a future episode. If you want to support the show, you can find our merch at thechumpcast.com. We always appreciate kind reviews, subscriptions, and ratings on Apple Podcasts. You can also shop on Amazon through our affiliate link at thechumpcast.com/Amazon. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go scream curse words into a pillow.
Set the standard.
This is all for you, E-Man. By the way.
No,
I didn't know I brought all this pressure into
Dumb
this.
question.
For me. This is for me.
Do your friends call you E-Man?
Man, look, my friends call me a whole bunch of things, but, you know, it works. I'll take it. I mean, I branded it, so might as well.
Just because you're here,
Yeah.
we're going to try and go through this without swearing. I'm guessing we're going to make it like 35, 40 seconds.
That's okay. That's okay. Sometimes I slip up and curse too, so, you know.
Yeah, but you got kids. There's actual
So, they're not listening
there.
to this. Like, gotta go to bed. No.
I got podcasts past their bedtime.
All right.
You might have recognized there's a voice here that you have not heard before. So our friend E-Man from E-Man's Movie Reviews is here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and your YouTube channel?
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, E-Man here. Yeah, E-Man's Movie Reviews. It is definitely the YouTube channel that you should check out, especially if you love Avengers Infinity War theories, because apparently people care about that more than my actual movie reviews, and that's totally fine. But yeah, you know, E-Man's Movie Reviews, definitely check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all your favorite different platforms, because not only do you get movie reviews, not only do you get videos, but, you know, you get funny memes. We talk about trailers, and sometimes I'll do a contest or something and just give you free stuff if I've got it. So, but hey, I am very happy to be here. This is an awesome podcast and a great setup you guys have here.
We appreciate that. And you mentioned contests. You just tweeted one out earlier. You have IMAX screening tickets for Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah. So if you live in Chicago, it is very, very wise to follow me on all my social media platforms, because I believe it's Friday the 29th. I'm just going to randomly drop a link on one of my platforms, and it's going to be basically the link for you to get free passes to go see Ant-Man and the Wasp for free, super early, Navy Pier, IMAX. But like I said, you're going to have to follow me, and you're going to have to turn on those notifications. Don't worry, I won't spam you, but it's a first come, first serve type of deal. So get on board, follow me, and you might be able to go see that movie early and free.
That's a hot ticket, though.
It is a very hot ticket, and a small one too.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oof.
Nice.
Ant-Man puns. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting into here.
Yeah, we're going deep. That's what I'm talking about.
So we actually met at the Super Troopers 2 premiere.
Yeah.
You somehow ended up on the red carpet with us. That was a pretty good time, right?
Yeah, it was. I think they were a little desperate, and they called me last minute, and they were just like, hey.
They called us too. So.
Oh, hey, whatever, man.
We were at the end of the line, and I wasn't even invited.
I was right next to you guys. So we're in the same company.
We're like, can we get 3 tickets? They're like, no. Drop your weakest link. And I was like, oh, guys, come on. I was cut. Just pissed.
But yeah, I'm glad I ran into you guys, man. This was a great meetup, and it was good timing. And I mean, I had fun at that red carpet as well. So
it was awesome.
Yes, those guys were hilarious.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. And I apologize for whatever comes next. By the way, we are now about 3 minutes in. No swearing.
That's deep.
All right. So let's get into our listener submissions for the week. In honor of seeing Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom this week, we wanted to ask the listeners for the worst ideas that science has had in movies or TV, maybe even in real life. Before I read these off, E-Man, have you thought about this?
I did. And a lot of the listeners, you got some really smart listeners, because a lot of them were picking things that immediately came to mind. Do you want to go over your listeners first, or just?
Yeah, let's do it.
I can start with mine.
Go ahead.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. What is
you
that guy?
stole this from me, by the way.
What?
I sent this out in our group chat.
Did
and
you?
You're like, oh, yeah, of course.
Fake news, Ryan Smithers.
I can
is
prove
full
it.
Fake news. Nope. No,
Okay.
no proof, zero proof.
Whatever. Continue.
He doctored whatever proof he's going to supposedly bring up. Worst idea ever. Why would you even want to shrink anything?
Well, he didn't want to shrink his kids.
What was the concept? What was he trying to do?
To shrink stuff.
Yeah.
But not kids.
Yeah, I know. What's the point of shrinking things? What is this, downsizing? Which I saw. Very mediocre movie.
Very mediocre.
I don't know. Why do Ant-Man and the Wasp shrink stuff?
Because they're superheroes.
Well, maybe he wanted to be a superhero.
That was not part of the plot.
Maybe it should have been.
Exactly. That should have been. They should have tied that in with Ant-Man and the Wasp and how it started.
Could have been a Hank Pym origin story.
Yes.
Look, I think we can all agree that we really miss Rick Moranis.
True.
He's not dead though.
No, but
yeah, we do miss.
I mean, when's the
his
last time
presence
you
on
saw
film.
Rick Moranis? I don't know if you got him on speed dial.
No,
but I don't.
man. I'm not that plugged.
All right, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Mark's because I really hate to say this, but his is probably the best. He says flubber.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Darn, that's a good one.
It is a good one.
What?
Like you can go as dark as you want with this, but you're not going to beat flubber.
I'm at a loss for words because what do you do with Flubber? Couldn't you fly with Flubber? Didn't he have like a flying car with Flubber though?
Well, he could play basketball really well, I guess, because he can jump super high.
Yeah, but didn't he have he had a flying car?
He had a lot of weird shit stuff.
Wow.
What is
you
that, 5
suck,
minutes?
dude?
5
6
minutes?
minutes.
6 minutes.
I made it 6 minutes.
6 minutes. You're a trash person with a trash mouth.
I know.
You're a pirate.
I'm aware of that.
You're not even a sailor. You're
Are we
a
keeping
pirate.
score?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Fine. Just wait till I start talking about Jurassic Park. It's going to be a mile a
I
minute.
might beat you in that one.
All right. Cats and Bats on Instagram. Not making sure that when you get into a telepod, a fly isn't in there with you. So kind of fits in with the Jeff Goldblum theme of the episode. Obviously a reference to the fly. That was probably a bad idea anyways.
Yeah.
Just making a teleporter.
That was a dip move.
Yeah.
I think it can only end up being used for evil, right?
A teleporter?
Yeah.
No. Try
Eventually somebody's going to break into a bank vault or something like that.
Yeah,
I
with your
could see some practical uses for it, though.
Of course, Ryan's sick, twisted, filthy mouth, filthy brain goes right to the evil. You sick frick.
Here's the thing. Teleporters already exist, but
What?
big airline won't let them come to market with it. It's like gasoline and a water-powered car. You can't do it.
Mm,
They bought up all the patents. They killed everybody. Can't do it.
That's a dark take on teleportation. Guy, I just got
Join
off
us
a
next
plane.
week for Conspiracy Theories Part 2.
What's next, you crazy psychopath?
All right. Andy Lavelle, our friend over at glitchup.com, Skynet.
Yeah, that
Pretty
was my
obvious,
pick.
right?
That was my first pick. With Skynet, which is really an origin story for the Matrix, because
Ooh.
it should be.
I feel like that's a theory that I haven't heard yet.
I feel like it's one I should explore.
Yes.
I will.
We're going to see a movie on that, a video on that.
I
aren't
hope
we?
so.
Okay.
I saw a movie called, oh my God, where the cities are on wheels. Did you guys see
Oh,
that?
the preview that you saw in Jurassic
That looks like
World?
the worst movie I've ever seen. It's the guy who is in the Matrix. He's the
Oh,
Architect?
yeah. Mr. Anderson. Yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
Agent
Yeah,
Smith.
There you
Totally blanking on his name. How am I?
Red Skull. Oh.
Wow.
go. Yeah.
I mean, you can look it up and then
Holy.
just sound smarter later.
I
We do that a
more
lot
than you
this
think.
podcast.
I would do the same thing.
We do that a lot in this podcast.
Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo
Didn't have to
Morgan.
look it up.
Yes. There you go.
Really?
That's his name, right?
No.
Sure.
No, that's not Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen's he's
It's not.
the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So
the same
he's
thing?
in
That's
Lord of the
same
Rings.
thing.
He's not he's
He's
not
the elf.
Mr. Smith.
He's the elf.
Oh, no. It's not him.
That's not?
No. Viggo
Oh,
Mortensen.
Viggo. No, yeah, not Viggo. Okay.
Oh, this is killing me.
But Agent Smith was in Lord of the Rings. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. Smithers.
As soon as I see his name,
game.
I'm going to.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those like, oh,
Yeah.
that guy.
This makes me so happy.
Why? You don't know it either.
I know, but you not knowing it makes me more happy though, because I'm not expected to know things.
This is why I swear every episode. Hugo Weaving.
Hugo Weaving. That was my
Wow.
first guess.
What a nightmare.
First try.
Nailed it.
So Skynet kind of works for any AI, really.
All AIs have just never really worked out in humans' favor.
And for some
sci-fis.
reason, we're still trying to make this happen
Why
in real
not?
life. It's like the thing we talked about last week with, they say within 5 years, we're going to be able to bring dinosaurs back. There are 5 movies that tell you why that's a terrible idea.
6 now.
Ex Machina, Westworld,
All of them.
Ultron.
All of them.
All of these, terrible.
Anything in Black Mirror.
Oh god.
Anything.
Oh God, yeah. I completely forgot about all of Black Mirror's concept.
Upgrade.
Man. Yeah, we're screwed.
Dreams2114 on Instagram says, resurrecting Superman with a mother box. And those guys weren't even scientists.
I agree with that one.
That could have gone really poorly.
It didn't?
I mean, for like 2 minutes. And also it was the only redeeming scene in that entire movie.
It was? Are you talking about the resurrection or just the fight?
The fight that came.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The fight was. But
the actual resurrection was.
I mean, the fight was fan service. It was just like, hey.
I'm a fan. They can service me. It's fine.
I mean, I'm cool with that. I just like an actual movie rather than a scene.
What movie are we talking about?
Justice League.
I didn't see that one.
What okay. Are you? How are you on a movie podcast?
I wasn't there that week, and I am not mad that I missed it.
You
just haven't seen it yet.
It's actually okay. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, Smithers is a Jerkosaurus. You like that tie-in to Jurassic World?
No, I don't.
Kingdom, Fallen Kingdom.
At Success for Excess, our guy Darian on Twitter, he tweeted this time. He didn't leave us a voicemail, unfortunately, but he did do this intentionally to make me angry. Like testing symbiotes on people.
Yes,
but he spelled it symbiotes.
Even better.
That's a low human being right there.
No, he did. It's a high human being just to make him mad.
Yeah. The Venom trailer. Come on, guys.
I can't even watch any trailers. That's why I can't even do it. I'm going to see Venom anyway. Just show me Venom and Tom Hardy. I'm in.
What are your expectations for that movie?
None.
Zero.
I have no expectations. I have none. I mean, it's kind of like, what are you giving me? You're giving me Tom Hardy. Honestly, I would have taken Tom Hardy light. I would have taken the great value Tom Hardy. Logan Marshall. No, yeah, Logan Marshall Green. I would have taken him.
Hilarious.
To be Venom, because that absolutely would have kept my expectations even more in check. I would have just been like, you know what? Looks the part. Don't really care if this fails, but if it's a success, it's a great surprise.
Which makes even more of a point that Upgrade was the Venom movie that we deserve.
It is. It absolutely is.
I'm still hanging on by a thread that this is going to be Tommy from Warrior meets the symbiote Venom and just becomes a sweet movie.
You have too many questions. I know they were talking about something like this was based off of the Ultimate Universe Venom or something made in a lab. Maybe someone gets Spider-Man's blood or something, but it feels cheap.
You think so? Because the story is Lethal Protector.
Yeah, but the thing is, how did you get to Lethal Protector in the comics? You still had the Spider-Man and Venom, mix up, and then they finally came to a truce and was like, all right, you go to the West Coast, I'll keep New York. I mean, are we getting that? Is that going to happen?
It's not looking that way.
I mean, if you give me maybe a quick second of it, I'm still going to feel robbed. I mean, I don't know, man.
I'm with you, but I can try to be optimistic.
I mean, I'll try. Look, I'll go.
I know. We're all going to be in the theater. We're all going to see this.
We hate these things because we still get suckered into them and we still go watch them.
Like Jurassic World.
Like Jurassic World, I'm too invested not to go see it. So...
Is it confirmed Woody Harrelson's playing Carnage?
Oh. No, it's confirmed that he's going to be in this, and he's going to have a bigger role in the next one.
E-Man, I want to know who you want to play Carnage. I'll give you us.
Okay.
We are big Ben Foster fans.
Ben Foster, I can see that.
He's a psycho in Hell or High Water.
Hell or High Water.
He's a psycho in every movie. That doesn't count
as a swear, by the way, because it's a movie title.
You know what? There are a couple people I wouldn't mind taking the role.
Do they have to have red hair?
They don't have to, but it helps. It helps.
It does help.
I liked, and I always forget his name, the guy from Rorschach, Watchmen.
Wow.
I'd love to see him do it.
That's a good one. What's the last movie he's been in even? I can't even remember.
I don't know, but Watchmen is the only one that stands out for me.
You're not locked in. I'm not locked in here.
Yeah.
You're locked in here with me.
A slightly unconventional one. I'd like the guy that plays Jerome in Gotham. I wouldn't mind taking him. He's a little young for it.
Yeah.
But I'd still take him only because Carnage, the character, was based off of Joker. So give me someone that's played Joker.
Just looking for chaos.
Why
Jackie
not?
Earl Haley, by the way.
Jackie Earl Haley. Thank you.
I had to look that up. So
that's
he's
perfect.
the guy in Shameless, right?
No.
I don't think so.
This dude?
Yeah,
he's
the one in Gotham.
Shameless?
Yeah, he's in Shameless.
I stopped watching Shameless about 4 seasons in.
Good. It's only been trash.
It's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, my life sucks. I'm going to be a sex woman. That tried not to swear. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure the opposite. Like
A lady of the night?
Thank you. A sex woman is
See,
also.
he's got it down. He's got this no swearing thing down.
Sex woman also applies to that. But yeah,
All right.
same thing.
Sex
Submission from sex is a naughty word.
Dirty.
Games Bond, G4MES Bond.
What a
Sharks with laser beams attached to their frickin' heads.
amazing. What a genius name. I love that name, first of all. And he played it perfectly with the supervillain, Dr. Evil, sharks with lasers attached to their heads.
I don't know, that's parody, right?
I'm surprised that didn't make it in Sharknado.
That's
I'm really shocked.
That's the 5th installment.
And it probably will be.
We're getting one more.
We are getting one more. Supposedly the last one, but
How do we
I don't
track
believe them.
these sharks in the ocean? Let's put attached lasers to them. Oh, their lasers are going haywire, and there's a tornado. Oh,
Maybe that's what we're going to see in the Meg.
I'm
looking forward to that.
I'm pumped for the Meg.
It's going to be schlocky.
I don't even care.
Oh, it's going to be
I don't even care. First of all, it's Jason Statham. And ever since, I want to say after the Transporter, maybe 2, expectations have been low, but I've been so satisfied with whatever he just gives me. He's in the action star category where you're just like, you're almost straight to DVD, but you're good. You're just good enough to warrant a matinee viewing and be impressed and be happy. So I'm okay with it.
I will admit, well, Crank was the first movie
Crank
I've
2.
seen.
Crank 2. Yeah, Crank 2.
Even better?
I
I don't know, when he's having sex on the bus, that was hilarious.
I did enjoy that. That was pretty funny.
But that was the first movie I saw Jason Statham in, and I missed The Transporter. That's one of those guilty, I haven't seen it. Yeah.
You still haven't seen it?
Still haven't seen it.
Oh, no, that's a good one. I think that holds up.
I think that, and I was thinking about this prior to, I still haven't seen all the Rockies. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of the Rockies. Like, yeah, he wins. Yeah, he loses. Yeah, whatever. He's kind of a bad boxer, I guess, right?
I think they're all on Hulu if you do want to go back and watch them.
I have them. I have Hulu, so I might check them out.
He's not a bad boxer.
He's not.
But the way that they depict boxing in those movies is terrible.
Yeah. It's a boxing movie that's not about boxing.
Not at all.
It's about heart.
You can't teach heart.
You can't.
In Philadelphia, and a guy that slurs his words and gets punched in the face a lot.
Yeah.
I hate Philadelphia. The only people I like in Philadelphia is the people from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Because they're terrible people.
They are pretty bad people. Yeah.
All right. Lone Wandering Wolf on Instagram says trying to weaponize the xenomorph. Is it xenomorph or
Xenomorph?
Xenomorph.
An alien. This is in the comments.
Was that in Prometheus too?
No, Prometheus was
not
boring
Prometheus.
for that to happen.
What was the next one after Prometheus? Covenant.
Was
that in Covenant?
Yes.
Wasn't when he was trying to weaponize them in a sense, right? Or evolve them?
The AI was, again.
Damn AIs, man. See?
They ruin everything.
You just lost.
Does damn work?
You cussed before he did.
Yeah.
Does damn count? Because they do that on ABC too.
Ooh, if we're on ABC.
I mean, if it's on ABC.
Damn. All right.
Owned by Disney. I'll allow it.
Yes.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Smooth.
All right.
Back
you
in
guys
the
got
day,
any
it was just
other
like you just
submissions?
Fought the referee on that one. Like kicking dirt at the mound. Like, no, what are you talking about?
Look, they said on ABC. Damn it.
ABC is ABC Family. We'll allow it.
It's only because he's a guest. If Mark was making that argument, no.
Yo, nope, he's out of luck.
Suck it, Mark. All right. You guys got any maybe didn't make the cut?
You know, the only one, but I don't know if it's like AI. I think it was still kind of like a drug, was Lucy. You know, it was just like, what?
I really wanted Lucy to be surprised, like the origins of Black Widow. Like that's how she started.
I think a lot of people say that, and that's not a good idea.
No, it was like a extra sci-fi Limitless.
I was going to say, how did Limitless end? Because I don't think that ended badly, right?
It didn't end badly, and to this day, I still want that drug. So
it's called the Adderall.
I look.
Trust me, I'm on it.
I saw no flaws in Limitless. So.
I love
except
Limitless.
for the TV show.
There you go.
Haven't even started that one. But also, I never saw Lucy. I just saw the preview, and that was enough for me.
All right. What about Planet of the Apes, where James Franco basically teaches monkeys how to take over the world?
I don't know. I'm not going to count that.
I agree. I'm out on that one.
Yeah.
But then they do actually take over the world.
He didn't teach him that. He taught him sign language.
That's true.
He didn't teach him hey, look, let me tell you how to take down the man.
Yeah.
Like, he did not do that.
But that's what it turned into.
That's what it turned into, but that wasn't the motivation. I mean, is Jane Goodall like the next threat? Or I think she passed, so I don't know.
No, but Coco died, though.
Coco did die.
That's sad.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Who's Coco?
That's real life.
Yeah.
Who's Coco?
Coco's the first gorilla they taught to do sign language.
Oh, Coco.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert for the news.
For the news. Yeah, dude.
Idiot.
Some people don't like to get the news spoiled.
What about time travel in Back to the Future?
Time travel is never a good idea, only because no one to this day really knows how it works.
You're going to botch it. Even if you accidentally step on an ant and then all of a sudden
I think
that ant was supposed to bite somebody who was supposed to flip over.
The butterfly effect.
Butterfly effect. Yeah. I think like 2 or 3 movies have nailed time travel in a successful way because it's just so tricky. I mean, you look at Primer. I need a Wikipedia article to read as a guide as I'm watching Primer. The other one that was pretty good, I think, was Ethan Hawke's Predestination. If you ever get a chance to see that, watch it.
I low-key love time travel movies. Here's a spoiler alert. My recommendation for the week is 11/22/63, which is that
James Franco one?
Yes.
Okay.
He travels back in time to prevent the Kennedy assassination, and they do it in a simplified way. So I don't know. Time travel is tough, but like Dan Harmon from Rick and Morty, they're like, we're not touching time travel. We're doing interdimensional, keeping it all in the same.
Which is smarter.
Exactly, because they said time travel is just so tough to manage.
It's messy. I got one for you. Splice.
Oh,
I will. First of all, I'm mad I even have to repeat that because now I have to remember the movie.
I had,
but that's probably
pushed out of my brain.
That's one of the worst sci-fi decisions ever. Include not just like the creation of whatever the hell they made, but
then the decision to have sex with
it. Yes.
Yeah, it was
the
a bad
rest.
idea.
The rest.
Spoiler alert, if you create a monster, don't bang it.
So what about Her?
That's AI.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
That's in the AI category that we already established.
I think so.
But it wasn't even that bad. Like, that was more his problem.
Yeah, he's a weirdo.
True. Well, don't they turn into like super beings? They're like, yeah, we're just going to leave you now because we're better than all of you.
That's your next Joker, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all the submissions. We really do appreciate it. As always, you can get in touch with us on all social media platforms at the CHUMPcast. You can call or text us at 847-920-6107. We don't have a question for next week yet, but stay tuned and we will put it out there.
We should have a question. What movie should we see next week? Tag, Uncle Drew, or what's the last one?
Sicario.
See,
my vote is fully with Sicario.
Can I just answer that for you now?
Please.
Yeah, it should be Sicario.
The first one is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Absolutely.
Who is it? Mexican Brad Pitt's in it? What's his name?
Benicio del Toro.
Nice, that guy's in it. I never saw. I think I never saw.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's solid. It's solid.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
Yep.
Wow.
Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin,
amazing cast.
Great.
Daniel Kaluuya's in there too.
John Bernthal.
Really yeah.
I forgot Daniel Kaluuya was in that.
Yeah.
Well, really since E-Man recommended it, I'll watch it. Not because you did, you loser.
This is why I swear at you all the time.
I can feel the love here.
We kind of like each other. We've known each other for too long.
Too long.
All right, so stay tuned for the question for next week. Let's get into some news for the week. And I wanted to start this with some trailers. First off, I wanted to mention The Domestics. So this is from a studio that is newly resurrected. Went away for a long time. Orion Pictures. My friend Luke, who you'll remember if you go back, 50 episodes. We interviewed, he used to work for Blumhouse Tilt. Now he's over at Orion. He recommended this movie to me. E-Man, if you had to sum this movie up, what do you think the apt description would be?
Oh, man, this is like one of those. It's not even post-apocalyptic. It's like pre-apocalyptic.
Just barely.
Yeah. The Purge, like it almost wants to have a Mad Max feel to it, but it's just not there yet.
I agree with The Purge.
I don't know how deep of a story this is. And I don't know, from the trailer anyway, it looks like it's going to rely on more shock value than anything else. If you're probably into the violence and gore and stuff. I don't know if it will grab me to rush to go see it. But if it's a Saturday night and it happens to come on the next recommendation from Netflix or something, I might actually watch it.
I liked it. I thought, I'm not a previews guy, obviously, but I could go for a Purge style movie. I like the setting in Wisconsin too, because Wisconsin doesn't get much love out there. And
that's because it's full of serial killers and cheese,
which is the perfect reason. Don't steal my cheese or I'm going to kill you.
Okay, that's fair. I think you're both right about this. It looks, turn your brain off and watch some people get murdered in ways that maybe you haven't seen before.
Oh, yeah.
True. But I got to give it to Lucas, right?
Luke LeBeau.
The last recommendation he gave us was Get Out. So got to say, he's batting 1,000 right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and trust his judgment just off of that immediately.
Okay, let's go polar opposite from this. Welcome to Marwen, starring Steve Carell. So, I'm struggling to think how I'm even going to describe this.
I don't think you can. And I think that's okay. When I saw the trailer like yesterday, I was very impressed because I had never seen something like that before. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's imagination. I don't care. It looks like there's going to be drama in there. There's going to be action in there, some thrills and suspense. And I mean, I like Steve Carell as an actor. I'm totally okay with this. And especially since it's based off of like a real life story. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the documentary Marwen Call, I believe.
I haven't.
So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it either. But the moment I even talked about it, everyone was like, you need to watch the documentary. You have to watch it. So it's like a 2010 documentary about the guy, you know, in his real life situation that happened. And look, this has all my attention. I'm really excited for this one.
You might have just convinced me.
We got to do another doc episode. We haven't done one in a while.
That's because I haven't seen another masterpiece like Tickled.
Yeah, or Slender Man.
You know what? Documentaries now are turning into docu-series. Erica watched The Staircase, which I think is 12-hour-long episodes.
Ooh.
I don't have the time for that.
Nope.
And it's procedural. They're all in a courtroom, and I'm not here for that.
What about that, what was it, 3 Strangers or something like that?
Are you talking about Evil Genius?
No. It's a documentary that it's been premiered in like Sundance and
3 Billboards.
Not actually a documentary.
But super good.
It's 3 something.
3 Ninjas.
3 Identical Strangers?
Yes. But here's the thing. Everyone says don't look it up and don't research it.
Too late. Yeah.
But they
As
say,
I'm Googling it.
I mean, the only thing I'll say is, you know, because when the trailer for it came up, you know, it was like a 2-3 minute trailer or whatever. After the first minute, I didn't want to watch anymore because I didn't want more to be ruined. It's a real life story. And a lot of it is based off of just how crazy this gets. So just in the first minute, what happens is this guy goes to college and, you know, people are telling him stuff like, hey, weren't you at the quad like 2 minutes ago or something like that? And he's like, what are you talking about? And then all of a sudden finds out there's this guy that looks just like him at college, at the same college.
Are you sure this isn't a horror?
It's not a horror, but it could be because I haven't finished the trailer. But as they both hang out and they're like, oh my gosh, like we look alike and this is cool. Then they find out there's another one that lives like in their same neighborhood, like down a block or something crazy like that. And they find out there are like 3 of them.
That's my nightmare.
And then apparently, and I don't know what happens, things get even crazier. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it has all of my attention. So if you need a documentary to check out, that might be it.
That was a great verbal trailer.
Yeah, you're a hell of a salesman. Not gonna lie.
Well, telemarketing was my first gig, so.
Okay.
There you go.
The final and my favorite trailer for the week was Creed 2. I am a sucker for anything that has a good song in it that they somehow remix to fit with the beat and the action that's occurring as you're seeing it.
Sleepers? What was that movie with Jamie Foxx?
Sleepless. Oh, God, what a letdown. That was one of the best trailers for one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I love bringing that up just because I know how much you hated that movie and loved the trailer.
It was so bad. But anyways, Creed 2, don't bring me down. I'm trying to be positive right now.
Bro, go.
But DNA by Kendrick Lamar comes on in this, and I got goosebumps, even though this is going to be Michael B. Jordan finding a guy that's 100 pounds above his weight class.
It's got to be an exhibition match.
Dude, what kind of catch weight fight BS is this? Didn't swear.
Nicely done. Nice workaround.
Good bob and weave.
You cheese ball. Nice. Even better play on words there.
This guy, he's got the puns. And
I'm trying, man.
But anyways, this is Adonis Creed coming back to fight Ivan Drago's son, Victor Drago. The only thing, and I know he won Best Supporting Actor for the first one, but man, watching Stallone talk for this, I feel like he's going even harder. He's like, yeah, I won that Oscar. I'm going to take it a step up. I'm going to sound even stupider, like I've been punched in the face even more.
He's going to die even harder from cancer.
Yeah, I think it's going to push me over the edge.
I'm looking forward to it.
Look, I had my reservations with Creed when it first came out. First of all, I loved it. Like, I watched it like 8 times. Like, Ryan Coogler is a genius. He knows how to use Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, we should mention, though, this is not Ryan Coogler.
And it's not, and that's one of my concerns. One of the things that I love that Coogler focused on was basically the long cut scenes during the fights. I don't know if we're going to get that. And if we get a boxer movie with a bunch of cutscenes and stuff, it doesn't look real. It looks scripted. And I'm hoping that this new director, who he's really, really new, I think he only has like maybe a documentary or something under his belt.
Let's see. Stephen Capel Jr. Yeah. Looking,
I think it's like a Nike thing or
a bunch of shorts.
Yeah.
A Nike commercial
or something. Yeah. It was.
At least it's Nike. It's not like Puma or something.
Yeah. but the problem with that is, it's not often that you're going to get a director that has done maybe like music videos or video shorts or maybe even TV shows, and to just knock it out the park with a full feature film. That's a really tough thing to do.
Big project.
It's a huge project. And my concern is kind of like yours in terms of, I think this is really just a way for Sly to come in and be like, hey, yo, let me give you some pointers, kid. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And we're just going to see another Rocky movie. Or, of course, Sly's part is going to be heavily emphasized. Of course, I'm going to be there. Of course, I'm really going to like, I'm anticipating this movie heavily. But my concern is that Sly's going to want to overtake it and not let it be Creed's story, because it should be. He should have died in the first movie.
Yeah.
He should have died.
He smelled the sequel.
Oh, my God. He saw it. Yeah. He should have just gone. But I'll be there. Yeah.
E-Man, I want to know your top 3 favorite fight movies, if you got any.
On the spot.
On the spot. Smithers, I'm coming at you too.
Okay.
Well, now that he has an answer, I actually don't care about what you have to say, Smithers. So,
The Raid.
Okay.
I'm going to put Creed up there.
Brick has never seen The Raid.
My eyes just got really big.
I saw that.
I heard it actually come through my headphones. I heard your eyes get
The
big.
Raid.
I think I saw the preview for The Raid, and I was like, that looks like the best movie of all time.
And let me just put it.
John Schweitzer told me that.
Let me just make that a combo, like Raid 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Like, they're there. And then Fight Club. I mean, Fight Club, Creed, Raid 1 and 2.
See, I like that because you cover all your bases.
Yeah.
You've got the actual technical fight scenes with The Raid.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Creed, which is a movie about fighting.
Sure.
And then you've got Fight Club, which has nothing to do with fighting.
Nothing. Just how it happens to be in there.
Look at this guy. He's a pro.
I try.
That was good. I would throw the Warrior in there.
That's the entire reason you asked this question.
I love the Warrior. And I love the Warrior. Anyway, I get super hyped up every single time Tommy beats the crud out of somebody and then walks out of the cage like a bamf.
All right. I wanted to talk really quickly about AMC's new Movie Pass style subscription.
Oh, good. I need to know.
E-Man, are you a Movie Pass guy?
I am not.
Okay. So
I tried to be, though. Like, when it first came out, I was like, oh, this sounds great. But they had too many limitations. Like, they didn't do couples. They didn't do families. They didn't do 3D stuff. I mean, now they're trying it. But
now they're going to have to.
Yeah, I mean, they have to at this point. But before, it was kind of like, nah, it's not worth it yet. But
So AMC came out with this $20 a month subscription. You get 3 movies a week. You can purchase tickets in advance, which is something you can't do with Movie Pass.
Darn.
Probably my biggest gripe.
Yep.
And you can get IMAX in 3D. That's not really a selling point for me, but I can see how it would be for some people.
That is for me.
I don't know what's going to come from all this, but I know that competition in this space is good for us, bad for movie theaters.
Who cares?
I guess the downside for this is it's only AMC theaters.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah. And I guess my fear is that every theater chain is going to come out and want to do this, as opposed to me taking my Movie Pass to a Regal or Movies 10, whatever, Hollywood. Wow. How can I not think of any more movie chains?
Marcus Theaters.
There you go.
Century.
Is that
Landmark?
Okay.
Century.
Arclight. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I think I might have to cancel my Movie Pass and get the AMC thing because I am a sucker for 3D/IMAX.
Okay. We had this conversation, but when you were signing up for a Movie Pass, I told you, don't pay for a full year in advance. I said, do it month to month because they're hemorrhaging money.
They are.
I did. I'm month to month.
So I think Mark bought the full year. And also, the company that owns Movie Pass bought a big stake in that Gotti movie that tanked and everybody hates.
That movie was bad.
Did you see it?
I did not, because everyone that did see it was like, E-Man, don't go see this.
0%.
I trust the people.
Tomatoes.
A 0?
Yeah. Did you see their comeback trailer? So the Gotti, like the movie PR, social media or whatever, they basically came out and they clapped back at that whole thing. And they were just, I mean, it's the shadiest trailer. I've never seen any movie studio do that. But they were like, yeah, the movie that fans love and critics just don't get, or something like that. Like, it was just like stupid critics. You know, the people love this. And it was...
They kind of got backed into a corner there. Every critic gave it a 0.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they just don't know what they're talking about, but the people.
Exactly.
We are one of the people.
Yeah. The people's movie. Yeah.
That's fight or flight, man.
Yeah.
You can't run in that. You're too far in the hole.
Batman vs. Superman tried to go with that. But, you know, like, we didn't make this movie for the critics. We made it for the fans.
No, you didn't.
No.
All right. Robert Kirkman, who wrote and produced The Walking Dead, has struck a deal with Amazon to produce an animated Invincible adaptation in 8 60-minute long episodes. So, E-Man, you strike me as a comic book guy.
Yeah.
Have you read Invincible?
I did a long time ago. And I'm actually excited for this. And it might actually make me use my Amazon Prime and watch it.
Hey, if you're going to watch Amazon Prime, you know what? That's on Hulu. NVM. Goliath, though. Have you watched Goliath?
I think no one has watched that.
It's
the one person.
Super
awesome. Oh, okay, there's one.
Super
good.
Okay. It's so good. I
haven't seen even an article written on it.
Literally nobody.
And it's Billy Bob Thornton.
Which surprised me because the very first, image that they used, it didn't look like him. So I never cared. And then now I noticed that they like zoomed in on him and I'm like, oh, he's in that movie no one watches? Okay, or show.
Series? Yeah. Dude,
right.
it's actually it's a good show. I honestly highly recommend it.
All right, shut up. Back to Invincible.
Can you give the people a breakdown of what Invincible is? Like, he's Omni-Man's son that's like dealing with teenage angst. He's like Spider-Man with a dad. I don't know what give me
Boy, he's more like Superman. His powers are more like Superman. He's a teenage kid whose father is a superhero, and he slowly starts to develop superpowers. And there's some big twists in there that I don't want to give away.
Right.
But an animated movie is the way to do this.
Absolutely.
The artwork, and if you know Kirkman's work, it's ultra violent, very gory,
very graphic.
And the comic follows that.
Yeah.
Animation is definitely the way to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited for this, but interestingly, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are still making a live-action movie for Universal as well. That's still on the slate.
They're doubling down like they're doing with the Joker?
For Invincible.
They're doing... Okay. All right.
Seth Rogen and...
Evan Goldberg. He writes... They write a ton of movies together.
Interesting.
The dark
I mean, look, the mere fact that they said that it was going to be 8 episodes, that lets me know that you're going to have a tight, concise story. And I'm totally down with that. It's not going to drag on with a bunch of filler episodes for like 23, episodes. Like,
you're not going to Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, like next time we'll find out. No, like, look, 8 episodes, you tell me a story and we're good. It'll have a beginning into an end, and maybe they'll pick up other Kirkman comics or something.
When you get 8 episodes, it leaves you wanting more rather than the filler episodes for a 13 episode or even 10.
See, but even that might deter me because I'm like, I don't have the time or energy for it.
An hour long?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right. 13 hours, it's longer than half of a day.
Yeah.
These are hour long, but I'm thinking like Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
13 hour long episodes. It's too long.
That's why I don't watch those series.
Stay tuned for my recommendation for the week.
Great.
Sony news, and this kind of harkens back to our Venom conversation. According to Variety, Sony has greenlit a Silk movie. Do either of you have any idea who Silk is?
I briefly Googled her.
Okay.
Korean spider woman.
Cindy Moon was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker.
How convenient.
Except her parents took her and threw her into a bunker for about 10 years. The story itself is not bad because she gets out of this bunker and she's trying to find her family. She finds her brother who has gotten into some dark shit.
Brutal.
Boy, Sony has no idea what people want.
None. They are almost on their WBDC route.
Almost.
In terms of like, we're just going to keep announcing these things that no one asked for, that make no sense, and maybe make them, maybe not. We'll see what happens. And I'm sitting here thinking like, what is Amy Pascal doing? Because she's the one she's supposedly behind this one as well. And I'm just like, who told you this was a good idea? Who greenlit this?
I don't know, man.
What Starbucks were you guys sitting at that you were like, no, this will work?
Too many Bentes.
Where's my chai latte? No, this will work.
That's
Spider-Man. Why do we need that?
That's exactly the reaction I wanted. But then they do stuff like Into the Spider-Verse, an animated Spider-Man movie that looks awesome.
Give me that. Give me that. I'm totally there for that.
Man.
Jake Johnson.
Because you know why? You know why that works? Spider-Man's in it.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
A bunch.
Go
of them.
figure.
Yeah.
But Silk is just a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My favorite part about her is that she shoots the webs out of her fingertips and she like weaves herself a costume. It's so dumb. All right. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are getting another reboot at Paramount.
Yay!
I was super excited to read that headline right up until I read the part where Michael Bay is still attached to produce.
Oh.
The problem with the Ninja Turtles is it's like they've driven that franchise into the ground.
Hang on. I'm going to stop you right there. There is no problem with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is true.
You didn't let me finish because I want to bring up our last conversation from last episode where we need street sharks and gargoyles.
No,
and
we don't. But we do need gargoyles.
Mars, what are those street rats from Mars? What were they called?
Biker mice from Mars.
Biker mice from Mars. We need to go down those. We need to explore those avenues.
What did you say? Hood rats from Mars?
No, I did not, man. That would also be a great spinoff. I'll be honest.
That's a totally different show.
We need to bring those franchises around so we can realize they're all not that great and bring back the Ninja Turtles.
If they could do this with practical effects, guys in suits, the way they did the early 90s.
That's what I'd love. I'd take that. I would take that. Oh, the mere fact that Bay is still involved. I think, honestly, that's an ego issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the only reason that's happening.
They're too scared to fire
Yeah,
them.
I think, no, seriously. I think that, Paramount is kind of like, we really don't need you, but we know we can't.
But we'll take your money to produce it.
We'll take your money, yeah. So, but I'm hopeful though. I'm hopeful, kind of like even with the Bumblebee movie. I mean,
you're hopeful for that?
I'm not, but I'm more hopeful just because he's not involved. You know, so I mean, the fact that Starscream looks like Starscream, the fact that we're not getting a movie just about human beings. And that's it. Like it's also a little Iron Giant-ish, but whatever.
They replaced Mark Wahlberg with John Cena,
and I'll take
which
that.
Is a big step up.
It's a huge step up.
John Cena's hilarious, and he was in Cock Blockers. That movie was actually funny. Another recommendation.
You only saw the last 40 minutes.
I saw 40,
and that was enough.
I saw 40 minutes of it. And if I go into a movie and see 40 minutes of it, and it's hilarious, and I'm laughing out loud, then yeah, it's a good movie. I have no plot. I don't need it. It's a good movie.
All right. Calm down. Disney has countered Comcast's deal to acquire 20th Century Fox with 71. Sorry, I almost said 21. That would have been silly.
Yeah.
$71 billion in cash and stock. So there's two sides of this. Insiders are currently saying that the deal could pass antitrust approval within the next 2 weeks. And then there's another rumor that says Comcast is going to try and counter, which means that they're even richer than I was worried they were.
Yeah.
So what are they going to do? Come back with $100 billion?
I mean, you kind of have to try and shut them up. But even Disney, I mean, Disney's got bank. They own the world damn near. So, but the funny thing is, a lot of people are just kind of like, oh, we're going to get the X-Men back. We're going to get, all these properties and everything. And it's a very hit or miss type of deal. Like, I would much rather Disney just be like, hey, look, Fox, give us the X-Men. Here's $20 billion because you'll never earn that money with those franchises anyway. Give us that. You do whatever you want afterwards, right? Because the moment Disney gets Fox, Deadpool, Kingsman, a lot of these other properties that are like rated R and just gritty and stuff like that, we're not getting that. You're not getting that flavor of comic book or just other properties. Like, you're not getting that edgy stuff anymore unless, and it's kind of unlikely, Disney's just like, okay, you can operate the way you want under your name.
Umbrella.
Yeah, which I'd hope for. That's best case scenario.
That is best case.
But I don't see that happening, only because when and if Disney buys Fox, they also become the controlling partner of Hulu.
Mm-hmm.
And we already know Disney's like trying to do their own streaming service too. So if you have controlling power of Hulu, by the way, Comcast is the other partner in that, three-way. That's a huge monopoly over movies and streaming services. That's a lot. I mean, Disney's already eating their own tail in the movies now. Like Solo,
Oh, we'll get to Solo.
Oh, I hope for it.
See, when I brought this up the last 4 episodes, this is the kind of conversation I wanted to have.
Yeah.
And you guys just both looked at me like,
what's the big deal?
Yeah, well,
we're getting to the point where we're going to have 4 movie studios. That is not good.
It's not.
I think E-Man does bring up a good point about taking the edge away from like Deadpool and even like Wolverine. The Wolverine movie was like spectacular just because it had that gore. It had that edge to it, which is...
It was true to the character. And I mean, look, even if you look at something like Doctor Strange, I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but there was a Marvel animated Doctor Strange in 2007. I recently went back just to watch it, just because I was like, I remember this, but I kind of forget a lot about it.
Baron Mordo.
Yeah. I mean, one of the characters in there, but that is dark. If you go rewatch that, it is nothing compared to the Doctor Strange that we got from Disney. And that scared me because I was sitting there thinking like, wait a minute, in the comics, in that animated film, Doctor Strange is not supposed to be, like this happy-go-lucky magician that just like protects your reality from what? Like a Fruit Loops, looking Dormammu or whatever. Like, no, I don't.
He's got some dark secrets, man.
Yeah, whatever, So it's kind of like, that kind of worries me. If that's what you do to a character that's really supposed to deal with the darkest, deepest things that we don't want to deal with in a Doctor Strange, what are you going to do with a Deadpool? Even, dare I say, my beloved Black Panther. That's not the Black Panther in the comics whatsoever. Black Panther is a killer. He's a no nonsense. Like, did you just mess with Wakanda? I need to kill you now. Like, that's it.
I'm thinking I want to see an Illuminati movie.
Oh, they don't have the guts to do one.
Well,
they can't.
It's Disney.
They can't.
Okay. But,
they are the Illuminati. That's why.
I mean, right.
Yeah, what are you guys talking about? They're exposing themselves.
Yeah.
Disney's a lot of bad things as a company, but they're not stupid.
They're not.
And they see how much money Logan made.
Yep.
And they see how much money 2 Deadpool movies have made.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a chance they could let that operate on its own and still call it 21st Century Fox or whatever.
That would be great.
I'm just being hopeful. Hopeful's the right one.
That's
there.
ideal.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring up your shirt, by the way. Best shirt I've ever seen.
Oh,
the
thank you.
Wu-Tang Clan, but it just has Wakanda on it. Is hilarious.
All right, last piece of news. Collider is reporting that Disney Lucasfilm are putting all Star Wars spin-offs on hold, including Obi-Wan, Boba Fett, Brick, and any solo follow-ups. However, Lucasfilm is coming out saying, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
Who's right here?
I think, because I just saw the Hollywood Reporter update that Collider one. Literally, I think it was like an hour or two ago. I do think that they are in the wait and see mode at this point, which is smart. I mean, Solo bombed. It's
but
bombing.
That the C part, like you see it bomb and you're like, oh, we're not going to do Boba Fett.
Well, here's the thing. What else do you have? Like, what else are you going to do? At this point, it's more like, yeah, we got Boba Fett, but we're just not going to release it yet. And it's if they're smart, I think what they should do is you have your moneymaker in terms of J.J. Abrams is coming back to do episode 9. The Rian Johnson trilogy. As a movie Star Wars fan, I'm excited for it because I'm ready for them to break away from the Skywalkers and all the old stuff and give us something new. But I know that there's a segment of the population that's kind of like anti-Rian Johnson for whatever reason.
Yeah, but those people are assholes.
They are, and they need to get over themselves. But I think that the studio still crumbles under that pressure, because even if it's just a small minority, they're loud, and they're loud enough to garner bad press. So I could see them putting the Rian Johnson stuff on hold, but they're going to go full bore with episode 9. And if I were them, I would do some sort of tease that they did in Solo to just kind of be like, hey, Boba Fett exists or he's alive. And then just do like a poll or something to see how did people respond to that Boba Fett, quick cameo or something. And if people really liked it, hey guys, by the way, we got this Boba Fett movie coming up, Mango's attached to it and all that. But I don't know what else they can do at this point. Like,
Star Wars fans have done this an injustice. To have a deviated version from episode 1 through 9 now or whatever. It's like, if you're a Star Wars fan, you want more Star Wars. You don't want the exact Star Wars that you want created in your own mind.
But that's the problem, is these butthurt fans are like, no, that's not my Star Wars. Like,
it shouldn't be.
We can't have a woman Jedi. Like, what?
It's a vast galaxy. It's a galaxy, and we've seen 5 planets or something. Like,
seriously, not enough.
There's too much of Star Wars at least, and I think because I have these debates with people online and Star Wars fans and stuff, and I love them. It's fine. It's fine. I love them. It's
You're
cool.
going deep.
But the problem is just the fact that like there's a difference between Star Wars fans that are like, I've watched the movies ever since I grew up. I read the comics. I played Battlefront. I've played, all these games. I've read the comics and I know the whole EU and all that stuff. And then there are people like myself who are like, I like the movies and I'm a Star Wars movie fan. And that's right. I know of the extended stuff. I know about Rebels and Clone Wars, the animated stuff, but that's not my livelihood, and there's this assumption that because all this extended universe stuff, you want the movies to kind of like reflect more of that.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Entitled.
That's fine. Yeah. It's a little bit entitlement just because of all the knowledge that you have. But for people that have only watched the movies, we're tired of that same string because the Skywalkers had 3 movies, then they had a prequel and they had Force Awakens. It's time to move on. And that's okay because it's a huge galaxy.
See, that's the other thing I got to say about this. The only thing that speaks to Disney Lucasfilm is the almighty dollar.
Yeah.
1.3 billion of them is how much The Last Jedi made. They are not fazed by these people being assholes on Twitter.
No.
Is there more of a snobby culture of fans than Star Wars? Is there any other?
Yes.
Where?
DC fans?
Yeah.
They're close.
DC fans are bad.
They're bad.
Mark is a trash person.
See, Mark's different because he can actually enjoy Marvel stuff, but there's a group of them out there that are like, no, Marvel's dumb. DC's way better.
They're also more or less under wraps compared to Star Wars.
I mean,
proud.
Star Wars fans have more heritage, right? Like they have more. I don't know if it's almost like if these were fraternities or something, like they've existed longer, so they probably feel like, yeah, well, we've been here longer. We've, got more material out there. So we're like the real fandom base out there.
What DC, any other things come to mind than snobby fan bases?
That's a good question.
I don't even want to say Marvel fan base because
Marvel's too good.
I think the thing is that, Marvel fans want good movies. They're not just like, oh, Marvel only and that's it.
There are some of those people, though.
Yeah, but I don't even think they're like close to being representative of the people that enjoy Marvel movies.
I like to think not, but they're always the vocal minority.
Sure.
As a person who sees at least one new movie every week, I want everything to be good.
Yeah.
Why would I want to watch a movie that sucks?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, I think all comic book fans, or if you just love comic book movies, you just want good movies. And that's it. It's not really that much to ask for. I mean, it's like with food. Like, no one wants bad food. Everyone wants a good, tasty meal. Mm-hmm. No one's going to be like, oh, man, well, I'm just anti-sandwich. Like, no, you just want a really good sandwich.
That's a hot take. That is a hot take. I hate sandwiches. I eat like Subway and
give me a wrap or give me death.
I got an answer for fan base though. Philadelphia fans and Boston fans are the worst, just in general.
Oh, now if you want to go into sports, different.
I threw fan bases out there, and that just came to me.
That could be any sports town is terrible.
No.
I
mean, they booed Santa Claus.
Come on. Hey, look, if we want to go into sports and cross out of the movie territory, I'm gonna say LeBron James fans.
Ooh,
worst.
LeBron Games fans,
the worst.
They're the best. LeBron or Jordan?
Are you asking me this seriously?
No, but okay. Yes.
MJ.
I know you're from Chicago, so it's automatic. Automatic.
I mean, like, look. If you guys have the time, and if you wanted to do a spinoff podcast, I have written dissertations as to why the comparison is just faulty on so many levels. So I won't bore your audience.
I love that. No, it's not going to bore me, but we'll rain check it because
we haven't even started on Jurassic World yet.
Look, Jurassic what? LeBron James? No.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, since we're running a little long, let's just move into the next segment, for which I have a drop, but I don't have pulled up.
Best.
We the best!
Worst.
The worst! She's the worst person in the world. Huge skank, terrible, but thank you.
Huge
Best
skank,
man alive.
Terrible.
E-Man, As our guest, I'm going to allow you to go first here.
Okay.
Who is your best man alive?
Does it have to be current?
No.
As long as they're alive.
We don't have any rules here.
Okay.
Except for no swearing.
Okay.
Yeah, you broke that a couple of times.
Several times.
All right, look.
You
Since we
piece of
don't have
beep.
rules, I'm going to give you 2.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Josh Brolin. This is his time. I mean,
He's shining.
Cable, Thanos, and Sicario too. Come on. This in such a short time, this guy is winning right now.
Have you followed him on Instagram?
I haven't.
You should. He's a great Instagram follow. He's so humble and just awesome. He's hilarious.
Okay.
Definitely
I mean, I've
check.
watched all his interviews. Like his interviews are hilarious.
It gives you that personal touch to Josh Brolin because
Nice.
he actually goes out and interacts with the fans. It's actually good. He's the man.
nice. I mean, he gives me that feel. Like he gives that off.
So cool.
Yeah.
I actually had somebody recommend to me. He was on WTF with Mark Maron, and our friend Kevin, KG, sent it to me. I haven't gotten a chance to listen yet, but he sounds like he's a great interview.
Yeah, he really
is killing it. I don't know, man. How do you, it's like Zoe Saldana lucks into the first person ever to be in $2 billion franchises.
Yeah.
With Avengers and Avatar. How do you luck into that?
Hookups, connections.
You win some and you win some.
Yeah. I mean everybody gets lucky sometimes, you know.
They're both really good actors, but man, some people are just born with it.
Yeah. But for my second one, I'm going to give it to Chadwick Boseman. I mean, he is the Black Panther, but I give him credit because it takes a lot of guts to have to put up the Wakanda Forever sign everywhere you go. 100%.
Everywhere.
And you cannot get tired of it. No matter how
poor man.
So I give him best man alive for that courage and
his arms are so tired.
He's gonna be swole, man. Like, and I don't know if you saw it, like on the MTV Awards, he was awarded best hero, and he gave up his award to the guy from the Waffle House, you know, that actually stopped the shooter. Best man alive for that.
All right, I'm gonna jump in with one of my best man alive. Brick, I sent you this video earlier this week. This dude was swimming with his buddy in a river in what I have to assume is the Brazilian rainforest because a damn crocodile swims up and his buddy's trying to get out of this river and the guy's throwing rocks and everything trying to get this crocodile away. Croc won't give up. So he Macho Man Randy Savage elbow drops
from the top
this
rope.
Crocodile. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a full power move.
That was an awesome move.
Is there anyone in the world you would do this for, Brick?
I would do it for you, Ryan.
No,
Psych,
you
I wouldn't do it for you. I'd do it for
you?
E-Man. I'd do it for my guy E-Man right
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'd leave you. I'd be like, yo, Smith, that crocodile's gonna eat you.
I knew I couldn't ask E-Man because he's got kids. That's not fair.
Yeah. Me, you dying. E-Man, I got though.
I appreciate that. I put a crocodile on a figure 4 leg lock for you guys too. So
wow, that's a short leg too.
It's a short look. That's why I'm trying to make it a quick move. Quick move.
Rick, who's your best man alive?
I am going to go Spice Adams, the former defensive tackle for Chicago Bears, I think for the 49ers too. His Instagram is hilarious.
That guy is funny.
He has an alter ego, Kareem Bigums, where he's like, he does these over-the-top moves and just like every NBA update they have, he just like throws in a Kareem Bigums update. This one, he dropped like a new... He was drafted first by the Phoenix Suns and he did an acceptance speech. He's just hilarious. Follow him on Instagram. He's the man. Actually hilarious. Spice Adams.
Great recommendation. I do have a worst man alive. This made me uncomfortable because a film critic for The New Yorker named Anthony Lane wrote a review of The Incredibles 2, and I think he did so with an erection because he wrote some of the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Watch your language.
Never. This is about to get weirder.
Okay.
An excerpt.
Well, her bosom. Just
Take your seat at an early evening screening of Incredibles 2 in the coming days. Listen carefully, and you may hear a shifty sound.
In my pants.
As of parents squirming awkwardly beside their enraptured offspring. And why, kids? Because mommy just leaned over to daddy and whispered, "Is it just me? Or does Mrs. Incredible kind of look like Anastasia from 50 Shades of Grey? You know, the girl in the red room with the whips and all. And daddy just resting his cooling soda in his lap and, like Mr. Incredible, tried very hard to think of algebra."
Why though? Why are you dropping this?
Because this dude is horny for Elastigirl.
1,000,000%. But no, I'm not saying why are you telling us about this? Why is that guy doing a full review on why Elastigirl should be
No. This is the New Yorker?
Yeah.
What's up with the editor that allowed this to happen?
That's a good call.
Hey, this is good stuff. Good. Print it.
I can tell you affirmatively with 100% conviction that we have never talked about the New Yorker on this show. And here we are talking about the New Yorker.
Wow.
Well, when you compare Elastigirl to the girl from 50 Shades of Grey,
he has diatribes about her thigh-high boots. My skin was crawling.
Projecting much?
So weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that is my worst, man.
I don't want to be the IT guy at his job and check his web history.
Immediately.
Yeah.
I took this to a real weird place, didn't I?
Yeah.
Please bring it back.
That. Yeah, appreciate it.
I can bring it back. Are you guys ready for this?
I have one more worst man alive. Ryan Smith for bringing it to that weird place. All right, guys, let's wrap it up.
I accept that. I can bring it back down, though.
Holy fucking shit, it's a dinosaur, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Oh my fucking god, fucking dinosaurs, holy shit, what the fuck?
We're not going to swear on this podcast.
Where did you get that from?
That's like an all-time famous YouTube clip, man.
I've never heard that before. That's awesome.
1.5 million
That
views.
is awesome.
I really thought everybody had heard that.
I have not heard. That's funny.
Well, it's Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom time.
You love that colon.
Directed by J.A. Bayona, estimated $180 million budget, has already grossed about $450 million worldwide. This was released internationally a week ago, and I get so mad when what is the point of that? I know they didn't want to go up against Incredibles.
Yeah.
But didn't Incredibles release worldwide?
Yeah, I think they did that just because if we trashed it, like in the US, it might have had a ripple effect elsewhere. And I think they were just trying to be like, just hurry up and release it now.
So you think they knew they had a bad movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this currently has 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, 63% from fans. How much weight do you put on a Rotten Tomatoes score?
I don't put that much on it, just because Rotten Tomatoes in itself is not something that a lot of people outside of movie lovers really contribute to. I mean, if you walk down the street and you talk to someone and say, hey, when was the last time you rated something on Rotten Tomatoes? They probably didn't. I mean, you're talking about maybe a couple 100,000 people, if that, versus the millions of people that watch these movies. So and first of all, no one even really understands how Rotten Tomatoes works.
It's a weird algorithm.
Okay.
It's
So,
a weird thing.
I mean, like, even I made a video explaining how it worked, and in the comments, people still didn't get it. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, I get it. Like, it makes for great headlines. It's a quick snapshot. I understand the intent, but I actually like CinemaScore. CinemaScore is a little bit easier to just kind of.
That's the A to F.
It's the
scale.
A. Yeah, it's just like a quick A to F, grade scale. I actually also like to look at IMDb just because people kind of give it that 1 out of 10, whatever. And then I just like group all of them together. Once I see all of that and just say, okay, now I got a slightly better, Metacritic, now I see like, okay, this is the general feel of people, and how they feel about a movie. But no, I don't put that much weight on that, because the thing is, as we talked about with, fan bases, there have been efforts to skew certain movies, Batman v Superman, Justice League, anything with Zack Snyder,
DC.
Like literally, I mean, there have been Facebook groups created to be like, hey, for this upcoming DC movie, go rate it positive on Rotten Tomatoes.
Or negative.
So
why waste your freaking time?
I mean, like, are you getting a cutback or something? I don't get it. I don't get the energy. So yeah, to answer your question, I don't put that much weight on it.
I appreciate that. And maybe we'll start taking a look at CinemaScore. The only problem I have with them is that it takes them a little bit longer to put their scores out.
It does. That's true.
All right. Synopsis. Close your eyes and imagine a world. Somehow.
In a world.
All right. Somehow, Claire Deering, played by Bryce Dallas Howard, is not serving a life sentence in prison for gross negligence and manslaughter after hundreds of park patrons and employees were eaten by freak dinosaurs. Instead, she's leading some kind of coalition to rescue a bunch of mad-eating lizards who now have a taste for human flesh from a volcanic eruption.
It's an LLC, limited liability company. That's why she's not in jail.
By the way, they did pay out only $800 million. And I was like, that's it?
That's pretty cheap.
That's it?
Like, yo, you ate my dad. Like,
I would have wanted $800 million for myself.
I want $800 million for having to see this piece of shit.
Watch your language.
Never. Anyways.
No, it's acceptable for this movie.
Volcanic eruption is La Nublar. She recruits Owen Grady, played by Chris Pratt, to go back to this island to save Blue the Velociraptor, along with a bunch of mercenaries who couldn't possibly have ulterior motives. This, to me, was a tale of two totally different movies. Act 1 and kind of partially into Act 2, and then Act 2 and 3 are, I don't want to call it like a bottle episode, but boy, did this shift tones.
That's because this movie was entirely disjointed. They did not try to... I mean, can we just go into it? Like, is that fine? Okay, great. My biggest issue with this movie is the fact that this felt like if you walked into the production room, right? You know, let's go back to Starbucks. They were in Starbucks.
Okay.
They had all the napkins. And they drew all the storyboards. And they were like, hey,
dinosaurs.
We got to have dinosaurs, right? Okay. The raptors. Yup. Good. Check.
What about a volcano?
Hey, give me your napkin over there. All right. T-Rex. Get that. Chris Pratt and lava. We got to do something with that. Put that in there. Okay. How do we put this together? We'll figure that out later.
Shut up. Dinosaurs.
Shut up and just dinosaurs. So this entire movie felt like it had great movie scenes, but no story. They never tried to be authentic with it. And it feels like I mean, in my review, I called it one Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is a long trailer for PETA. And that's what it is. It's for animal lovers and animal rights activists that are so on this other side of the spectrum that you can't even bother thinking in this movie.
I got to ask.
Yeah.
Do you feel anything like when the dinosaurs die, even knowing that they're fake?
Oh my God, no. I felt nothing.
Do you own a dog?
I did, and I hated it because it bit me and my children. Okay. So it was a very bad situation.
A lot of this is making sense.
But look,
do you own a dog?
But here's the thing: I don't hate animals. It's just that, and I guess this is the way I try to analyze. Give an analogy for this for people. You have pet owners, right? Obviously, pet owners, you love your animals, right? But then you got animal lovers. These are the people that French kiss their dogs.
Oof.
This movie is for animal lovers, not pet owners. I've been a pet owner. I've had a number of pets. I don't kiss them.
Pet owners don't hate their dogs.
They don't.
You're a pet.
They don't. But if you bite my children, we got problems.
Yeah. No kidding. Yeah.
Now our goldfish,
you're going to
our goldfish was fine. Oscar, rest in peace. It was great.
If you like your goldfish better than your dog, you bought the wrong dog.
I'm just saying.
All right. For me, the comedy in this movie that is supposed to be present is completely non-existent.
They tried.
The best line in the whole movie is ruined in the trailer.
Which one?
Are
we doing
Chris
spoilers?
Pratt.
Can we do spoilers?
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll get there, I promise. Okay. But it's in the trailer, so I can say this. It's Chris Pratt talking to Bryce Dallas Howard. It says, "If I don't make it back, just remember this is all your fault."
Yeah.
That's the best line in the movie.
True.
Justice Smith plays this nerdy IT guy, Franklin, and he's supposed to be the comic relief.
He didn't land for me.
He's no Jake Johnson.
Boy, this is really just an excuse for somebody to like act like a hacker and do these shitty cliches and scared of two things in the entire world: airplanes, dinosaurs. Hey, let's get him on an airplane to Dinosaur Island. What?
Because he's the only one that they could use.
He's the only guy in the world that knows anything about IT.
Yep.
But he was super good at it. Gotta give him credit.
Whatever.
The dialogue in this is clunky and terrible, and my throat is sore from all the groaning that I did.
Yep. My eyes hurt from the eye rolls.
Hashtag Erica.
Oh, shut up. God, you're the worst.
His girlfriend's last name is Groan.
A lot of this was for Bryce Dallas Howard, who I really liked a lot more in the first Jurassic World.
Are you serious when she was running around in high heels in the jungle?
I was okay with it.
That's not...
I was like, you guys are...
Well, none of this is on her. All right, it's on the writing.
Yes.
And the direction. But she was a much stronger character in the first. And in this one, she's just kind of like everybody's punching bag, and she's always like coming from behind. It's just not good.
She was the reason that 800 people lost their family, right? Or $800 million in lawsuits. So she was the reason that Dinosaur Island went to.
If you're going to accept this as fact, then that doesn't matter.
Well, that's why she would be everybody's punching bag.
We're in a world where nobody gives a shit about that.
Nope.
Continue.
I just didn't like how she went from such a strong character to whatever this was. And Chris Pratt kind of takes center stage for this, which is fine because he can carry a movie. We've seen him do it. But boy, that leather vest on a really hot island doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay.
Solo. You seem like you really want to say something about this, Brick, because E-Man and I have both been kind of railing on this. And
yeah, we have a dog hater and a person who doesn't actually own a heart in Ryan Smith. And so I have a dog who is incredible. Best dog I've ever had, Khaleesi. She's listens to me and that's where I felt the connection.
What does this have to do with Jurassic
I felt the connection between Chris Pratt and Blue more than you probably did.
I thought that was there.
I'm the opposite E-Man here. I did feel bad for the dinosaurs that were dying. The Brontosaurus scene
in the smoke
got to me.
I thought that was a good scene.
They lost me with that because I know what they were trying to go for, right? They were trying to build the empathy for, I mean, they were pumping up the animal rights. And that's the thing. I don't have a problem with that. I'm totally there if you want to save them because you care for them. I'm totally there for that. The moment you show me dino tears, the moment you show me dino smiles, you lose me. Yep. And that's why I stopped caring because the movie stopped caring. That was it. I did
agree with the Dino Tears was a little over. That was way over the top in my opinion. I did not agree with that with Blue, even though they do show that he's like he's got empathy and he's got all they're showing the characteristics of something that would tear up if they were like in that situation. But that still lost me. I agree with you there 100%. The Brontosaurus, it was great. They showed this. They were marveled at the girl who was the first time she saw a dinosaur. Like that's the dinosaur that she saw, and it's the last dinosaur that she really was like on that island left.
Why is it always a Brontosaurus?
Because they're so sweet.
They are sweet.
They're sweet. That was like the first dinosaur I liked as a kid.
That's a Jurassic Park.
No. I mean even as a kid, like
that's Littlefoot.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That scene was actually pretty good. Like, if you wanted me to feel for the dinosaurs where that last Brontosaurus was there and all that, that was a pretty tough scene because it was like, oh, that
was decent.
Nature's taking its course. Oh.
And Nature's trying to fix this abomination.
Right.
And you're trying to stop it.
Again.
Agreed with that as well. But I think I took more away from the relationship between Blue and Chris Pratt. Because of my relationship with my dog personally, that's just a personal thing for me. And you were right, people who love animals, this is absolutely for them, and that's where I guess I like this movie more than you two.
Is that really your only defense for this movie?
No, I thought the action, the entire second and third act was suspenseful and exactly what you want from a Jurassic Park. It gives you the creepy factor. They added the new dinosaur. They made it a villain. They vilified the dinosaur, but also at the same time, they had decent villains in here.
What?
No. Okay. I try to hold back. First of all, they didn't even make the new dinosaur a villain. He was an anti-villain because there were moments in there where you cheered for him.
Yeah, you're like, eat that dude.
Right.
Anti-villain is fair because it's still an animal, and he does. That's fine.
He was built as.
You want to say that this had good villains? This is the most comically over the top evil person with zero redeeming qualities that I've seen in years.
Isn't that a good villain?
No.
A good villain is somebody that you can relate with. A good villain is Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther. A good villain,
Heath Ledger,
is Thanos in Infinity War, where you're like, oh, I see why he's thinking what he's thinking. This guy's just like, I want to get rich. Kill everybody with dinosaurs.
One-dimensional villains don't work. That's why we don't look at like 70s comics or 80s comics as like a good platform for villains.
It's the fucking guy. It's the guy that's tying a girl to a railroad track and waiting for the train to come hit her for no reason.
Right. Twisting his mustache.
That's my kind of villain.
What are you talking about?
No. Now, look, to be fair, there were some good moments in the movie. And that's why I can't, and it irritates me actually, because I can't call it trash. It's not a horrible movie.
It's trash. It's a horrible movie.
Because it's still entertaining in different areas. I mean, I liked the scene in the last act where they're on the roof. I thought that was done very well. Now, where I will disagree with you is about the certain scenes with the suspense and stuff, because it was cookie cutter and formulaic from all the other Jurassic Park movies.
But that's what you want. That's
no.
Jurassic Park form.
No, I don't want that in this movie. If you gave me that in Jurassic World, because that was supposed to be the soft reboot or a sequel or what I like to call a C-boot, fine. Play off of that nostalgia factor. Give that to me, because there has been some time, since the last Jurassic Park prior to that. But in this one, the sequel to the C-boot, that is the time for you to give me something new. Show me that new direction that you're going in. It's kind of like with Force Awakens. Force Awakens was kind of like, hey, we're back after a long time. Let's give you a little bit of new hope. Let's kind of, stoke those nostalgic, feelings or whatever. But once you get to The Last Jedi, we're going in this direction. We didn't get that in Fallen Kingdom. And that's what I was hoping for with like the new angle with like, the different countries coming in and bidding. And so I'm like, okay, maybe it's not the strongest, but it's different.
They played
this is the setup movie for the third act.
You're
because they went from Jurassic Park, Jurassic Island, Jurassic World to the real world that we're in now. And they went from the island to the house that is.
First of all, that was stupid.
Well, that's
a house.
They're changing the scenery, and they're going for the third movie, which I guess when we go into spoilers, Smithers.
Not yet.
The house. Hey, I got a great idea. Let's bring dinosaurs in my house.
How did he not know that they were building a facility for housing and cloning dinosaurs?
Yeah, that's another part that lost me. Is the old guy?
I'm sorry. No. We're still
trash
in
person.
Spoilers. We're not there yet.
The old guy's a trash person.
There's a Deus Ex Machina in here where your two main characters are trapped. And just so happens that Chris Pratt can apparently control any dinosaur.
He's the Dino Whisperer.
What is this? And it had a payoff.
With dogs.
It had a payoff with one of the best scenes. E-Man, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
How many scenes in this movie did you actually enjoy? Give me a rough estimate.
5?
I can think of 4.
Yeah.
That's it. And that is not the sign of a good movie.
Which is not. When we get into spoilers, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I got one other thing I'll say in non-spoilers. Then it seems like we're really just,
we
want to get some stuff out.
Let's get into it.
And it's on my chest.
There's very little hand-to-hand combat in this, but the hand-to-hand combat that you see is so comically terrible.
It's very bad.
I thought out loud, Chris Pratt's been in Marvel movies. He should have a little bit better to...
Actually, that's 100% on the director.
Yeah.
That's not on Chris Pratt.
Like I've seen him do better things, is what I'm saying, is they could have utilized him better.
I actually thought that was the most unrealistic aspect of that movie. It's like, wait a minute.
Of the dinosaur movie.
Well, yeah. Okay. Maybe not the most, but it was up there.
It's up there, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to see him duck before the guy he's fighting winds up to throw a punch is so bad.
I think that he leaned into a flying punch after that, which was pretty dope.
I really thought you were going to fight me on this and be like, "Oh, that's such a stupid thing."
No,
I had a simile and everything to talk about. Like,
well, Chris Pratt's the best of all time in fighting. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say this is like when you watch a movie about somebody playing video games and they're playing Halo on TV, but they're holding a PlayStation.
I hate nothing more than that. When I see them like not even using the real controller, that pisses me off more than anything in the world.
Like, you've never seen Halo in your life.
I knew that would get you.
I almost swore on that one.
It's turning red.
I'm pissed off.
All right, guys, let's rate this out of 10, and then we can get into spoilers. I'll go first because I know you guys are going to be all butthurt about it. And then we'll just bring the average down.
I'm going to go 7.5.
Oh my God, you idiot.
I think I enjoy. There were aspects of it that were very Jurassic Park that they leaned into it, and I'm okay with that 100%. It was better than stupid Planet of the Apes, in my opinion. And I think
not even close.
The relationship between Blue and Chris Pratt upped it up to the score for me. But 7.5. It was a good movie, but it hasn't. We've had such a hot streak of movies. It's also much better than Fast and Furious. All of the Fast and Furious.
I'm okay with that.
Hell yeah.
I'm okay with that. But that's only because it's so formulaic.
You said you were a Jason Statham fan, you liar.
No, I'm just okay with that just because they've given up on that franchise of trying to make it
Ever since
good.
Paul Walker, R.I.P.
Anyways,
But anyway, yeah.
please rate this.
Oh, I'm giving it a 6. 6 out of 10.
What?
6 out of 10. Like I said, I can't. Okay. For those of you that are new to me in terms of how I review things, I try to be as objective as possible and not just stay into my own opinion, right? Like, even though I'm giving you my opinion, I still try to give you the good, the bad, and the reason behind the movie. And I try to take into account the things of the movie that, might appeal to other people, even if it's not me. So I know there are people out there that are going to go watch this movie and be like, this was cool. This was funny. This was entertaining. Why? Because I didn't have to think. And that's okay. Because I know I think. The minute the movie started, I was already trying to predict the end, but everyone doesn't watch movies like I do. So for me, I'm like, it's a 6. It's a matinee rental at most. It's not something I would tell people rush to go see. It's not Jurassic World. It's not Jurassic Park. It's
Jurassic Park 3.
It's Jurassic Park 3.
Worse.
Yeah. It's a modern day version of like a Jurassic Park that didn't need to be made. So yeah, I give it a 6.
Can I interject with that? With Jurassic Park 3, I do want to say one of my favorite scenes is when in Jurassic Park 3 when the pterodactyl is on that rickety ass bridge. I finally swore. That rickety.
You can
bridge.
say that on ABC.
You can.
The rickety bridge and like the fog comes in and all of a sudden you just see like the pterodactyl on the bridge. I thought that was actually that's one of my favorite Jurassic Park scenes.
I'm actually more impressed that you remember Jurassic Park 3.
That's the only part of That's the only part I remember.
I honestly, after 2, I don't remember a thing.
Yeah.
You're better off.
I'm fine with that. I will never go revisit those.
I'm going to give this movie a 4.
Mm.
And I think that's being generous.
He's
Wow.
stingy and hates animals, so there you go. That's his reason.
I love animals. I was the one that said that I felt bad for the dinosaurs that died. I watched the trailers and watched them fall into the water and was like, well, that's going to make me sad. Look, let's get into spoilers.
Yes!
I will throw a timestamp into the show notes. So please, if you haven't seen this and you plan on it, skip to the end, but make sure you stick around for our weekly recommendations. So spoilers from here on out. Why does it matter that Maisie was a clone?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It never matters. Okay.
Are they setting up for the third?
No,
It's
look,
the
only because someone had to explain this to me because I was like, was I supposed to care when they revealed it? Because I saw it coming, but I was like,
ask you one more time?
Yeah.
Why does it matter that Maisie was a clone?
The only
doesn't matter.
Do you want to do it again?
Because it doesn't.
It doesn't matter.
I'm glad you had that drop there because that was the first thing I thought of. The only thing I could think of was it was a very soft reinforcement of Jeff Goldblum's point about we're going too far. But you're not going to care because there are dinosaurs in this movie. Unless you're going to give me a clone army of Maisies or whoever to fight the dinosaurs and that's what we're going to do. I don't care. I don't care. So there was no point.
It doesn't matter.
I can't wear that out because it mattered so little.
It was the worst twist I've ever seen in a movie.
Defend it, Brick.
I can't. It was so. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
Duh.
Even her own reaction, I was like, I don't even believe you that you're shocked at this. Like, why would you care? If someone told me I was a clone, I'd be like, where's my other clone? Because we got to talk.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
That guy's probably. I can probably game with myself all the time. We'll pwn.
Was it supposed to be a lead-in to that ending line? The most predictable thing I've ever seen. Bryce Dallas Howard has the opportunity to hit the button to let the dinosaurs out and doesn't. So you pan around and you see Maisie.
Yeah.
She's obviously going to hit the button.
I didn't see that coming.
I didn't see that
I
coming
might have been
either.
an idiot, but I was like, ooh, yep.
Yeah.
Good for them. Because like you can't be just letting dinosaurs out in Los Angeles like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, that's like next level. You feel bad for everything that Bryce Dallas Harper, she could not have done that because she's already ruined.
Well, she's already felt the repercussions.
$800 million worth of lawsuits. She's like, I can't actually. That's
another
pocket.
$800 million.
Right.
Minimum. So it made sense. I thought they were going to actually throw the extinction in there.
That was only like, I want to say like maybe her second or third dumb decision in the movie. For one, they try to prop Macy up as like, oh, like she's so bright and she's so intelligent, blah, blah, blah. First of all, you see the damage that these dinosaurs do. You see the fear, right? Because you're in this underground area. You almost get mauled by one a couple times. You very creatively jump into like the laundry hanger or whatever and you're escaping. That's great. Then the big dino comes, the big raptor, and you think, let me not run into a room and close the door. Let me not run into a closet. Let me not run into like a secluded area that I can like shield myself. Let me run under the covers.
Stay in the butler's thing. Stay in there.
Stupid.
What kind of wood was it that?
Look, and the funny thing is, I was on this podcast just the other day, and we actually had a 10-year-old in the room. And I asked the 10, because they hadn't seen the movie yet. And I was just like, hey, if a big scary dinosaur was coming after you, and you could run into your closet, run in your room, lock the door, or just run under your covers, what would you do? Kid was like, I'd run in my closet and lock the door. And, and I'm just like, you guys clearly did this for that one scene where you have the raptor just kind of clawing at you. And, hey, guess what?
The Diddler raptor.
That's, this will make a great trailer shot.
And it was just the only reason for it.
But that's the way this entire movie felt. Everything was a scene for a trailer shot. Even when the dinosaur was jumping on the roof, howling at the wind or a moon or whatever, trailer shot.
Showing the shadow.
Doing the tipping with the fingers and stuff. It was trailer shots.
Is that not just Jurassic Park-esque, though? Slowly opening the door.
But that's the thing, though. Like, you
that's
can't,
like building the suspense. That's just
you can't show me something that I hadn't seen from Jurassic Park?
That's leaning into Jurassic Park, though. I thought that's what I think that they were going for. It's just like the leading into that.
You can show me a different... First of all, you're supposed to tell me that this, the Indoraptor, I think, or whatever, it's supposed to be smarter. It's supposed to be more intelligent than the previous ones. Why is it doing the same thing?
And how can Blue hold it off? How is he
I don't know that.
at all?
See, now, I wish
that T-Rex blood.
I wish they would have said something different, like, okay, Blue's a familiar and stuff like that. I wish Blue would have just like started barking commands. And then the Indoraptor is kind of like, wait, I think I should listen to you? Like,
because he's the OG.
Yeah, like that would have made more sense versus, no, we're just going to duke it out.
That actually would have made sense because
they try to prop it up that way.
Says,
it
needs a maternal figure.
Right.
That would have made way more sense.
Right. But they went with the route of, no, we need dinosaurs to fight.
That would have made more sense, but who's not trying to see a dino fight? I was happy they added a couple of dino fights, and that's like what Jurassic Park is they also have the cameos of like, they didn't leave out the T-Rex. The T-Rex has those two little cameos where
T-Rex
he kills the
is
bad
a plot
guy.
device.
Thank you. Okay,
and,
so here.
Absolutely.
Since when does the T-Rex defend humans? Because this is the second movie in a row where the T-Rex comes in and saves people for
the third
no
shot.
reason.
He does it twice in this movie.
Yeah.
Why?
And he had a team up with a little partner at the end.
You see in the beginning, the T-Rex is trying to eat a dude.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the T-Rex is going to come in and save Chris Pratt. Why?
Because it's Chris Pratt. He's the Dino Whisperer.
Side note, the opening scene for this movie was awesome.
Wait. The opening is where I started realizing how dumb this movie was.
Really?
Because you cannot tell me that you are going in, underwater or whatever, and you're doing this.
Oh, there would be a second gate.
But even if that's the case, nobody had the sonar to pick up that big ass dinosaur that was just floating around.
Also,
that didn't come up on anyone's radar.
Also, worst case scenario, it's actually like hailing outside. Maybe we should wait till tomorrow to do it. We're going to spy a helicopter.
Let's do it in broad daylight. Something, please.
That was the dumbest of all time, but I loved it because it brought up that classic Jurassic Park feel of the rainy park. You can't see anything. It's a lightning storm. It's going to be,
and that's it.
They love the lightning flashing and then showing the dinosaur.
Look,
lightning flashing, showing the dinosaur.
This movie sacrificed the charm and the authenticity of the first Jurassic Park movie for the sake of entertainment. And that's the thing that happens. You can't realize the fact that this sophisticated marine company or whatever doesn't have enough radar to detect a huge life form that's moving.
Literally, blue whale.
Over them. But you sacrifice it because it makes a great camera shot. And it did. Like, I thought it was cool, that they got eaten and stuff. And hey, even with the T-Rex, sitting there, first of all, like, why are you even waiting for that guy? That guy's done. Mm-hmm. If you see a T-Rex and I'm in the helicopter, I'm sitting already I'm thinking like, we're gone. Sorry, Tom. We'll tell your wife and kids, like,
your ass.
You're a Scooby snack. Like,
we tried
you're
to
done,
save
man.
It, but we just couldn't make it happen.
You just couldn't. So that's where I already knew what direction this movie was going. I was like, they're going for entertainment. And
okay.
Yeah. But it looked good. It looked good.
It did look good. I wish they would have got more of that underwater creature. I felt like it was at the end of the movie, and Smithers told me, he's like, yeah, don't even bother seeing the end of there's like an end credit scene that I didn't stay for.
There was one?
Yeah.
I so didn't see it. I walked out.
We'll get into that in a second.
I walked out.
And I was like, if the end credit scene is that freaking awesome alligator underwater creature, I'm going to be pissed. But they did bring it back up in the end. They're going to eat the
when
surfers.
the people are surfing.
Which is in the trailer.
Was that it?
No.
Which is in the trailer.
Oh, okay.
No, that was in the trailer. And
okay.
So the post-credits scene is the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas. You kind of zoom out and you zoom up and you get an overhead shot and you see pterodactyls that are landing on the Eiffel Tower in Vegas.
So it's really Jurassic World, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Be more literal with it.
Whatever.
But that's what the next one's going to be, is them in a domestic setting, which is probably what this should have been. Because that would have been something different.
That's them setting it up.
That I would have been fine with that rather than dragging this out the way that they did. I mean,
how would you get the dinosaurs to the domestic setting without this?
No, I mean, you just could have expedited a whole bunch of stuff. Like a lot of those things, you could have just been like, hey, by the way, we've been smuggling them all this time.
They broke out of the ship.
And they broke out of the ship or whatever.
Compound.
And
you could have said, we tried to save them from the volcano, and we brought them to the island for the time staying, and they all broke out.
Or they could have just gone the route that they were trying to tease, which was, with BD Wong's character, we've been making these things. We've been selling them.
Yeah.
By the way, people that bought them don't know how to actually contain them. Now they're all on the loose and they can reproduce asexually. Fine. I'll go with
Splice.
that. Splice.
Had to bring it back. But that's what you're going to see in the next one. Let's speculate wildly, okay?
Wait, before that, what were these arms dealers that were bidding millions of dollars for, like the omnivore, like
they're going to get away with nobody's going to know that it was me with my dinosaur that killed all those people.
What are you doing with one singular dinosaur too? Like, oh, I'm just going to like this, the one that's supposed to be like, oh, and this is like built like a tank. It's like, okay, what are you going to do?
I think because BD Wong like slightly mentioned that. I think he was just like, they're just going to go and do their own thing. Like they're going to go get their own BD Wong and their own, chemists and
splice their own DNA.
Splice their own. And
okay.
We're going to see a human dino, like Goomba. What are those? The Goombas? Yeah, we're going to see a Goomba. I'm almost at this route. I could totally see that happening.
That's how Yoshi's born.
Oh man. I'd actually take a Super Mario movie over a Jurassic World sequel. Ooh. I would totally take that.
I've been down both paths.
If neither of them. Gun to my head. At least I know.
I'm choosing.
At least I know what I'm getting. I'm getting something else.
Brick, do you have anything else to say to defend this piece of shit?
It's not a piece of poop, by the way. You dirty mouth psycho.
Massive piece of shit.
What did you guys think of the blood transfusion part where they had to steal the
That was so forced.
Where they had to steal the blood from the T-Rex.
The scene with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard in the container is good.
That's what I'm talking about.
But the lead up, the reason
setup
for
and what comes out of it is dumb.
That's what I'm talking about. It's so disjointed. They were like, look, we got to have them trapped in a bunker or container with a T-Rex. How we get there, we'll deal with it later. That's how this felt. That scene was funny. It was cool. It was great. But it was like, wait, why? You mean that's the only dinosaur? The only one? And it's got to
have 3 toes.
Right.
And it's got to be
how
carnivore.
Freaking convenient. Stop it. Whatever.
Stupid.
They were all used like with frog DNA and stuff. They all could be like.
And BD Wong was like, oh, you contaminated his DNA.
Whatever.
No, you didn't.
Whatever.
It all came from the same thing.
Whatever.
Yeah. And one more thing that I just hated was when the old guy finally figures out that his house is being used as like an illegal arms deal for dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He's like, well, you know what? It'd be easier if you just called the police yourself. The guy's like, all right, I'm going to kill you, you idiot. Like,
you're talking about James Cromwell, who's one of the most prolific actors of all time.
Yeah, whatever.
You'd recognize him from Babe and Babe, Pig in the City.
That's what you recognize him from.
Lock that in. One of the most recognizable actors from Babe and Babe. I only want to know from Babe is Babe. That's it. And maybe Charlotte from Charlotte's Web. Whatever.
I think those are different movies. Doesn't matter. Brick, I'm going to give you another chance to say something good about this movie.
So generous.
It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Shut up. This movie sucked. Don't go see it. Maybe it'll come to Netflix in 3 months. I don't know.
What do you guys want to see from a third installment?
Like
An hour and a half.
We have
movie.
to see it. Third installment.
Raptor Wars. I want to see Chris Pratt riding Blue into a raptor-filled army.
Blue's gonna have babies probably because you gotta have blue babies.
Baby Blue.
You're my boy, Blue. I don't want anything from this. Like they.
You didn't want to see pterodactyls in Las Vegas?
I just want it to go away.
You know what? Like, if I really, really, like, if they paid me and they were like, hey, man, here's some money, come and save this franchise. All right, Lost Cause. I would like to see how society and the government adapt to this. Because at this point, you could just be like, yeah, we're going to have, like, some sniper teams or something. Or, you know, like, little government sanctioned groups, you know, military groups that go out there. Yeah, you know, I mean, you're going to do a couple things like that, but you're going to need the dinosaurs to like reproduce crazy. Like you just got to find eggs everywhere.
It's got to be like 40 years in the future too. Because I mean, how many?
So you're talking about literally Starship Troopers with dinosaurs.
I'm talking Planet of the Apes with dinosaurs.
No, because even Planet of the Apes, they can't organize. Like they're just wild animals.
Blue's smart.
Blue is smart. Like Blue will live, but Blue's also not going around. Well, Blue might kill some people. I don't know. Blue's got to eat.
He killed a couple people in this.
He did.
That was one of my other complaints. I know it's PG-13, but you can still show a little blood.
I mean, people were getting eaten, like chomped in half.
The Indoraptor bit that dude's arm off, and there was no blood.
Yeah. I wanted more.
It was a clean cut, though. It was very clean.
So he cauterizes the wound, too?
I mean, he was genetically created. Okay, I'm sorry.
If there's anything you defend, is that. It's hilarious. It was a clean cut, though.
I tried.
Yeah, what I want to see in another one of these, more Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, he was.
What else can he do, though? Besides, he's already gotten the huge "I told you so." He's been saying "I told you so."
He did nothing in this.
What else can he do?
Literally anything.
What I mean, like, what do you want him to do? Like
congressional panel,
grab an AR-15 and like go join the battle?
He's
like
smarter than
watch
that.
The shit out of that.
Oh, stop!
He's smarter than that.
If anything, he would go to the government and be like, "Blow it all up."
Which is what he basically said.
That's
He's
what he
like,
was advocating.
That's what he was advocating. So it's like, I don't know what else you want him to do. He'll lead the rebellion. I don't know.
It couldn't be 5 movies where he's like, well, I mean, we've seen 4 movies where it destroys millions of people, but there's still.
It only cost $800 million.
I see this being a problem because you're gonna have people out there that are gonna like want to raise dinosaurs on their own. They're gonna have their own dino eggs, and you know, it's just going to be a mess. And the thing is, it's not like there are that many, which is why I find it kind of unbelievable that they were already in Paris and all that. Like, there was really just a handful of dinosaurs.
Well, it was in Las Vegas.
Oh.
So they went from Northern California.
Oh, okay.
They were at Paris in Las Vegas.
I got you. I thought like Paris, France. I'm like, whoa, that would have been a big step. That's huge.
Yeah. All right.
Just kill them.
Can we stop talking about this movie?
Whenever you like.
Yeah, I'm done with that.
Let's do our weekly recommendations. Brick, what do you got for me?
Mine, as I said prior, which is a little spoiler review, but 11/22/63, James Franco plays an English teacher who finds a portal back to the year 1960 and is tasked with preventing the assassination of JFK.
Sounds more believable than Jurassic World.
Very interesting. The biggest problem I had with this is that I learned that James Franco runs like a pansy, and it's super pathetic how he runs, honestly.
Oh, that reminds me. Chris Pratt running down that mountain looked so stupid.
First of all, everyone that ran in that movie looked bad.
He looked like Tom Cruise running.
He ran like 40 miles an hour. Like those dinosaurs were not going slow.
Maybe no one that leather jacket on a tropical island. What are you doing?
If you try to ever rewatch it, because I don't know why I paid attention to this, no one ran at the same pace. Bryce Dallas Howard, she's gunning it, right? Pratt's just jogging. It's the weirdest thing.
That would bug
also,
me.
the girl running down the hallway was like, it looked like she was kind of jogging.
Oh yeah, when she had to go up the stairs and stuff, she was just like, "Wait, hey, Indoraptor, are you here? Okay, now we go. Okay, let's go." She's like,
and then she was jogging. Also, the strongest wood of all time. What was that? Mahogany?
I'm sorry. I'm done talking about Jurassic World.
You brought it back up.
You brought it back,
idiot.
I know. You brought this on yourself.
So yeah, James Franco.
Do you have a recommendation for me?
I do. If you go on Netflix, it's another documentary actually. I think it's called The Rachel Divide. It's the Rachel Dolezal story. I didn't want to watch it. My wife started watching it, and I was like, "What? Like, I'm so Rachel Dolezal out. Like, I don't want to see anymore." But they do go deeper. You do learn more about her in terms of like different people's perspectives of her. And, you know, without giving anything away, the last 20 minutes of the documentary, especially learning about her kids, like as a parent, I felt bad for her kids because they're really suffering, not just the kids, but her. And it's not until you learn about what actually happened to her in her past that you realize, oh crap, you have a mental issue that you need to deal with. And this isn't just like, oh, I'm doing it for fame, or no, like you really need help. It solidified some things that I had thought about her before, but it also revealed some new, you know, angles. And the like last 5 minutes, you're just, well, I don't want to say how you'll feel, but you'll have a very strong emotion about her afterwards. So the Rachel Dolezal Divide on Netflix is a very interesting documentary. You might not think you care to see, but once you watch it, it's like, I'm not mad I did. So
I walked in on Drunk Erica watching this, and I caught some of the interviews with her kids, and I got exactly what you're talking about there, where they are, you know, they're wearing her, I don't know, mistakes.
Emotional baggage.
They are.
I mean, they
blamed.
deal with the brunt of all the crap she brings.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Before you go, I want to say, did you guys see that? Did they bring up the trailer A Star Is Born in before Jurassic Park?
I didn't see it.
The Bradley Cooper movie?
No.
Oh, yeah, with Lady Gaga. Yeah.
More importantly, with Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle it's like a serious movie that Dave Chappelle's in, and that really caught my attention. So I just wanted to,
he's
put
done
that as
serious roles before.
Yeah.
What serious roles have Dave Chappelle been in?
That movie where he was serious.
I
Blue
know
Streak?
that he has.
No. Like, what the fuck?
Wasn't he like a strip club owner or something? And I don't know.
I'm gonna look this up just to
Let's
prove
see.
you wrong.
Go for it. Go for it. I can't remember the last serious role Dave Chappelle has been in, and I just found that to be very intriguing. Also, it looked.
I doubt he even has like a huge role.
I doubt it too. He has one scene in the trailer,
right?
But I was so surprised to see Dave Chappelle in that movie.
I wonder if they should have just kept it and like just be a surprise for the movie itself.
No, because I'm seeing that movie now because Dave.
Oh,
Chappelle's
because
in
he's in. Oh, that's fair.
This is just a list of his stand-up. That's not what
You can prove me wrong later. What's your recommendation?
he was in Chirac.
He was in Chirac. That's where he was the pimp. Yeah, that was it.
I never saw that.
That's where. Don't.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
He was serious in Con Air.
What?
He was in Con Air.
Oh crap! Well,
That was a serious, dramatic role. I can't even say that without laughing.
Please. Nick Cage kind of, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
he has had serious roles. My recommendation for the week is I started watching season 2 of Luke Cage on Netflix. Dropped today. So I'm torn on this because the first episode is awesome. There are 2 or 3 really good action scenes. And the opening scene is a really great one that is set to Mobb Deep's Shook Ones. And it's great. Like it does everything that I said about the Creed 2 trailer, where you're talking about set to a good soundtrack and the action sets the tone. Season 1 was good up until his final fight with Diamondback. And it was so corny and over the top that it almost ruined the season. So I have really high hopes for this, but I watched the first 10 minutes of the second episode, and it's basically Luke Cage doing the NFL Combine workouts in front of Jamel Hill and Michael Smith. And it's so corny. Like, pick a lane. Either go full corny or do the actual good action stuff.
Like the Punisher.
That's kind of disappointing.
Man,
I'm surprised you actually said it was good for that long in season 1, because after Cottonmouth was gone, it was kind of downhill for me.
Think so?
Yeah.
Is that what after you are not high anymore?
I mean, like, even
After the Cottonmouth.
I was you know, excited for, well, I shouldn't say excited. I'm kind of meh on season 2 right now. Like, I'm going to watch it, but I don't have the, oh my God, it dropped at midnight, so I got to hurry up and watch it type of feeling.
Yes,
like,
That's
I don't have
Marvel
that either.
Netflix series. I think the
It's
only thing
the
that was
only
good
one
was Punisher.
Daredevil.
Daredevil was solid. Daredevil
was fine.
solid.
Jessica Jones season 1, I actually like more than probably most people. because
should have been 8 episodes.
It should have been 8 episodes, and I would say season 2 should have been 6. But that's it. Yeah, look, they need to bring on Moon Knight or something. Like,
I'm
give me something else.
A Moon Knight.
Give me something else. Like, I
Moon Knight
don't
too.
throw away Iron Fist. Throw him away.
Please.
See,
son.
that's going to be the determining factor for season 2 is how much Iron Fist is in this. If he's in this
In
more
what?
than 5
In
minutes,
Luke
in
Cage?
Luke Cage season 2, if he's in this for more than 5 minutes, it's dog shit. Man, I really didn't want to end this show on a low note, but here we are.
I'll end on a high note then. I will bring up one more part in Jurassic Park.
Wait, what?
It doesn't matter.
I love the fact that they brought up that dinosaur that killed Newman in the first one. There was like a little picture. There was like a little side screen when they're in like the little confinement. They had that little velociraptor that like spreads its talons. What do you call it? Spread its face.
It's like a mane.
It's like neck skin or something.
It spreads its mane and shoots the acid at Newman and kills him. I like that they brought that back. I thought that was kind of funny.
All right. I think that about wraps it up for this episode. Thank you for tuning in to episode 97 of the Chumpcast.
Woo!
Thanks again to E-Man for joining us. I'll give you one more opportunity to plug your YouTube channel and website. Anything else you got?
No, man, look, E-Man's movie reviews. If it's too hard to find, just go on Google, type in E-Man's movie reviews. It is E-Man, just like He-Man without the H. And follow me because, like I said, we got some good stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss it.
Follow, subscribing, and that notifications because you're gonna get that ticket for the Ant-Man.
That's right. First come, first serve.
I'm already locked in on all the above.
I appreciate you, sir.
Well, we really appreciate you coming on. We hope to talk to you again soon. And until next time, Chumps out.